Research tips from Monica Wahi of Deathwench Professional Services. Visit us at www.deathwench.com and let Deathwench do your data. Hi, it's Monica Wahi from Deathwench Professional Services. Proprietary software that you have to pay for. It's a lot different than open source software. I'll take SAS as an example. If you ever installed SAS that you bought at your university, well, take an afternoon off. You've got all these disks all over your desk. Why? Well, SAS negotiates a nice big fat license with your university, which is good for you. You get all this plotting software and stuff, but you end up installing a whole bunch of stuff you don't need and having a whole bunch of things that you don't really want, right? So R is the opposite. You just install something lean when you install the application, but the side effect is that every time you turn around, you have to install another package. Well, there are tons of packages. People make awesome packages, right? And so that's not the problem, but the problem is every time you go to do something, you got to install one. So what this video is about is how to install packages in R. Sometimes the hardest thing about installing a package is actually just figuring out that you need to install a package. In other words, figuring out that's the problem you're having. So here's a great example. This is a nice page by Thomas Lumley. He wrote the R meta package, and so this is his documentation. So let's say that you wanted to make a forest plot and you didn't know a whole lot about R, and you got here. You might be like me and be really attracted to this command here, metaplot. But if you go to just try and do metaplot, it doesn't work unless you have, first of all, the R meta package installed, which you just have to do once and then keep it updated. But also, before you even say metaplot, you have to say library R meta. In other words, in your code, you have to say, hey, R, load this component out of the package R meta, so that you can run this command and you'll recognize it. Now, you might notice in my other videos there are commands that don't rely on any library first, like read table or class or in any of the data manipulation ones, as date, as numeric. Those are just born in R. Those are native to the R application. Something special like metaplot that this person programmed, that's going to be specific to that package, and you just need to make sure after you install the package to call up the library in your code before you use the tools in the package. But then how do you get the package in there? So we've narrowed it down that we need package R meta. So we search for package R meta, and look, CRAN comes up first, so let's click on that. So we go here, and every package page looks about the same. First there's this metadata about the package, and then down here there's a download section. And so this is, I have Windows. So we're going to download the Windows binaries. Okay, see R devel? This doesn't mean devil. This means developer or development, whatever. It's always something that's too hard for me to do, so it's not what I want. What I want is our release, which is for dumb epidemiologists like me, okay, who are not developers. So what I'm going to do is click on this, and just like you click on things all the time, it downloads to wherever you download things. So here we are back in the other neighborhood of R, and look, our menu, we have this packages. Okay, so here's what the problem was when I first tried to do this, is I didn't know which one of these things to pick, because I knew we had downloaded a zip file. How do you load a package from a zip file? Well, I just didn't read carefully enough. Look at the last choice, install packages from local zip files. Let's choose that one. All right, so now let's go to our downloads. And let's see if that package is in there. Ah, there it is. Open. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Now, with the Macintosh, it's actually different. You don't go to the CRAN page and download things. It's actually kind of cooler. Instead, you go into R, you just run R, and you'll see on the menu there's this packages and data choice, and when you go in there, there's a search box, right? And you can search for the package in there. So you can search for Armeta, it'll come up. Choose binary, like you're searching for binaries. It'll come up in the little window, then click on it and just click install. And that makes it so much easier because you can serial install a whole bunch of them. Well, this has been Monika Wahi from Deathwench Professional Services, reminding you to let Deathwench do your data. If you like these research tips, visit us at deathwench.com and let Deathwench do your data.